Ready?
Yep.
Here we are, bud. We are back again for another. It's been a long time. It's been an absolutely and completely long time since we've been back, and we apologize. Last week was a tough week for us, mostly me because I'm a douche. But we are back. Another Geep Gam podcast here. How you been, buddy?
Pretty good. How about you?
I can't complain. Been busy.
Yeah?
Busy a couple weeks, I must say.
Yeah.
Plenty to talk about here. Coming hot.
Hot
off not just any other weekend, but a Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Oh, yeah.
You got my number. Yeah. Yeah, so you been good? That's good. I don't know where to go. It's clear. It's obvious.
Well, we just didn't do last week. We wanted people to start craving us.
Yeah, that's right. They figured, if they can't have us for a week,
Yeah.
they'll start clamoring.
Yeah.
And
Start clawing.
oh yeah, I could sense it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's people outside my house all day with picket signs. Oh, yeah.
Record the show.
It's like a regular old. Speaking of moms,
Got a few of those when I pulled up.
I was gonna make a Baltimore joke, but I decided not to.
Yeah, let's not.
All right, well then move it on. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be that guy on this show because normally I'm not into topics, so I'm not gonna do it.
You're not in the hot topic?
Oh no, my spiky bracelets. I keep those at home. Just saying. So yeah, we're back another week. Feels good, man. It's been a big. This past couple weeks, even though we haven't been around, we're now on the Wicked Radio there. So big shout for letting us be a part of them, and we're on the pod directory, which is pretty good. Not sure what that is, but we're on it.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked them out, at least check out Wicked Radio. They have a lot of good shows on there. A lot of our buddies, like the podcast Without Borders.
Yep.
And Dark Angels and all those good guys. So, all right, that's enough of the business. What have you been up to the past couple of weeks, bud?
Jesus, I don't know. Well, I've been doing a lot of, yard work. I think I said that the last time, but...
Yeah. Well, now's the time.
Yeah.
Weather's finally nice. It's not snowing for once.
Yep, planting a bunch of stuff. Wife and mother-in-law went out last weekend to the plant sale at the senior center back in the hometown.
Oh, yeah.
They do it once a year.
Nice.
I think it's always the Saturday before Mother's Day, or it's the weekend before, but they went. They got a whole bunch of plants.
Nice.
So we spent this whole weekend, actually, more so her than me, but planting little trees, shrubs, whatever.
Nice.
Flowers.
Doctoring up the yard, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Other than that, I mean, I'd have to look through my phone, to be honest with you.
Well, I definitely did a lot of that last weekend.
Oh, yeah, with the...
Yeah, we got the trees up, the arborvitaes there. So those are up. Those will create a nice cover for the backyard.
Yeah.
As time goes by, we'll get more and more coverage. So, yeah, that was fun. Definitely a lot of work. Definitely wore me out on Sunday, man. Spent all day digging holes, and then, yeah, I was sore, man. The next day, I was beat. That's normally when we re-record this show, and I was done.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was fun, though, man. It was a good day. Spent it with the ladies' family, It was good. Hung out.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool to learn how to plant a tree. Something I never knew how to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ever need to plant one, let me know.
All right.
I got you.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping last year at that senior center sale, she was able to get a peach tree.
Ooh.
And so we planted
Can you
that.
grow those here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can grow peaches, apples, cherries, plums,
Huh.
certain kind of pawpaws.
Yeah, because I saw Jordan. He's planting a bunch of like not a mango tree, but a
Pawpaw?
no. I think orange, some kind of an orange or something, or some weird fruit that I was like, you can't grow this here, but apparently you can. It was like a grapefruit or like an orange. Oh, grapefruit tree. That's what he's growing. Yeah.
I guess.
It's sprouting.
Yeah.
But,
Well, my mom almost had a neighbor that planted a palm tree they planted in spring, lasted all summer, and then as soon as winter hit, it died.
yeah, figures.
One that's cold hardy.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't think citrus grew this
Me neither.
far.
For the record, we're on the East Coast here.
Northeast.
Northeast.
Zone 6A?
For the arborist out there.
Yeah. But yeah.
So anyways, you were looking?
Oh, shit. No, I didn't want to read.
I didn't want to go too far off topic. And
Yeah, I don't want to read while you're talking.
That's all right. Most people should.
Oh, that's what we did since the last time I saw you. Yeah. See? Look at that. I'm reading while you're talking.
Exactly.
5 seconds late.
Somebody's got to stop me.
So, it was last week, before Mother's Day, the weekend before that.
Yeah.
We went down Friday night to the casino, to Foxwoods.
Oh, yeah.
And had dinner with the wife and her grandmother
Nice.
at the buffet. And when we go there, man.
That's trouble.
Oh, yeah. Trouble all over the place.
You ain't walking out of there alive.
No. In
the sense that you eat too much.
Yeah. Last time, not this past weekend, but the time before that, because I've only been there twice. That first time I went,
Yep.
my ribs hurt the next day. I ate
Nice.
so much. Good,
Hell yeah.
good googly moogly, dude. Too much of that.
That's how you know you got your money's worth, though.
See,
For
that's
sure.
what I told the lady, and she laughed at me.
Why?
Because I was like, man, it's like, because it was her brother's birthday while we went,
Yeah.
and we paid for his ticket. It's like all I saw was the total. I was like, holy shit, that for 2 plates or whatever, because I forgot that we got his plate.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm eating my money's worth.
I'm going back up. I already had dessert, but I need more.
But no, that was crazy. But I knew enough not to eat way too much this time because
Yeah.
we were going after we went to dinner with her grandmother. Walked around for a little bit. Her grandmother played some slots, and she played some slots. And then we went to Impractical Jokers. Did you ever see that show?
I've watched a couple episodes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a comedy group called the Tenderloins.
Hmm.
That's the name of their group, and they got signed to that show.
Now, wait, was that, did you go to comics?
Yeah.
So, Foxwoods.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I must have missed it. For some reason, I just assume everybody goes to Mohegan because I hear nobody ever talk about Foxwoods. So.
Oh, see, we only go to Foxwoods.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. But how was comics? I've been doing some research.
It was
on
actually pretty nice.
nice.
It was a nice theater. Gabriel,
Iglesias.
yeah, Fluffy. He's coming
Really?
the end of summer. We were gonna go
Nice.
or try and get tickets, but
Pablo's coming too in September.
to
Or no, August.
I thought he's coming to
comics.
Funny Bone.
Yeah, maybe it is funny. He's every September in Funny Bone. But
But
anyways,
yeah. No, it's pretty good in there. The seating's nice. We didn't get like front row or nothing. We were up in the mezzanine.
so do you pay for where you sit, or is it kind of a first come first serve?
No,
where you just pile in.
No, you get your seats like.
Oh, okay. Full meal.
No, it's
Sorry,
not.
I'm just.
No, there's two different comics. There's a comic like a bar restaurant where it's like more of an open mic. It looked like kind of a quarter of a mile down building is what was it, in the Grand Theater? There's another comics section,
Yeah.
and it was in there, but it was like going to like a civic center kind of thing,
Oh no, shit.
or like if you ever been to
It's kind of like if you watch Dane Cook on his specials, where he's
it wasn't that big,
stadium,
but it fit.
show.
I think those guys said it was sold out Saturday night. We went Friday night, and I think they said sold out. It was 3,000 people. seated.
Yeah, that stadium right there.
It's not stadium.
Mediums. Yeah, it's
it's
not up in the tens, but it's still like.
It's a big.
Yeah.
They said it was their biggest show ever.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's good because like we were in mezzanine.
Yep.
And we were probably halfway up, so like in the middle of it, and we still could see fine. And then they had monitors off to each side, like huge, size of the wall monitors. So if you like, for us that need glasses or contacts,
Yeah.
at some points it was a little hard to see them, so I'd watch the screen. But it was, it's definitely a cool place. And the lady I bought them online, she said it's like the same price for anybody that's there. It's like for those guys, or for like Gabriel. So like,
shit.
whatever, $40 or $30.
That's
I
not
forgot.
bad at
Forgot
all,
what
man.
it was. Yeah.
Plus, you get to go to the casino. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely have to go check one out, man.
Yeah.
Because I think that's slowly becoming like the premier place to go see comedy now.
Foxwoods.
Yeah, because people used to go to like what was it, the Webster, or not the Webster,
comics.
They go to
I don't know about Connecticut. Connecticut's kind of a hard spot.
Excel Center, maybe. No,
Not for up and comers. The only
No.
time you saw like big or like
well, where did Chappelle go when he got booed off?
the Meadows.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But even then, that's not like
yeah, that's stadium.
yeah, you got to see big names.
That's like
That's
where
like
all the biggest bands play. And,
yeah, that was Oddball tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chappelle was on that. That's how he came through.
Gotcha.
So it's big stuff like that. Connecticut, you don't find like
Oh, that's where it is. The Mohegan is where all the big names are now. Because they have where all the biggest bands play.
the Wolf Den or whatever.
No, not the Wolf Den, because the Wolf Den's free. It's just whatever their stadium is.
Huh.
Like we went and saw the Machine there, the Pink Floyd cover band, like their big fucking stadium. Like all the big names, like Kevin Hart and stuff. Those guys go there, and like
Jesus.
like Seinfeld was there one time, and Bill Cosby. It's all at Mohegan in their big fucking stadium. But I think for more of the intermediate, it seems like comics at Foxwood, because smaller guys like Segura
he's a big name.
He's a pretty big name. But Kerr was coming there, and like guys like Ari or something go there or something, or I don't know.
It's guys that aren't.
Yeah, like Aziz would probably be there or something. Maybe he's a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how his stand is.
It's decent.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to enjoy it. I haven't listened to any of his newer stuff, but like his first special was really good. But anyways,
yeah,
that's cool, man. You got to go. So how was their show now? Because I couldn't even imagine those guys doing stand up because they're like a group.
Yeah, it's 4 guys.
Yeah,
but to me, it's like, and it's kind of hard to tell. Like some parts are obviously like that's their act every night, and then then they kind of like go willy nilly.
So now, here, tell me if I'm right here. What I would imagine they do is kind of like a Who's Line thing, where it's like all improv, and then they like bring people up from the audience.
No, not at all.
Really?
No, they just the 4.
'Cause that's what their whole show's about. Is fucking with people.
The whole time they were on stage, they were just talking, and like the only time they had crowd interaction really like that was I don't know if it'd be spoiling it for anybody, but like they took some lady's phone, which was a part that I don't know. It kind of seemed like it was like planted to me.
Yeah.
But at any rate, and like they were like talking to this kid in the crowd. And he's like, because they pointed him out, they're like, "How old are you?" And he's like, 8. They're like, "Oh, geez, we gotta take out, like whatever, like all the kid jokes."
Yeah.
And joked around with that, but that was the only like crowd work they did, really. But all they did was stand on stage and like bullshit and talk about the show, and like behind the scenes kind of stuff. And then like they played a couple like videos or clips.
Yeah.
Or, like some behind the scenes shots or like stuff that didn't make it to the TV, like to the show.
Huh.
To the TV. God, how old am I? No, it was actually because I've seen like Jim Gaffigan and
Yeah. So that's big. Big
and
show.
like some big name guys, and thought it'd be funnier. And I don't know if it's because I thought it would have been funnier in person than it really.
Well,
Like
usually
if I built,
it is because
if I built
there's
it up too much.
the energy.
Yeah.
Usually it is funnier when you're there.
But like for him, we saw him in a small theater down in New Haven, so
yeah.
it was more intimate. Which like all the comics say, like you could just get a bad night where like in small rooms like that, even if it is funny.
If they're not feeling it, they never do type thing. Yeah.
But anyways, so I actually laughed harder at Impractical Jokers.
Really?
At certain parts than like Jim Gaffigan. Not that Jim Gaffigan isn't funny, but
No, I know what you mean though.
I wasn't expecting them to be as funny as they were, I guess.
Well, that's great then.
Yeah.
It made it worth it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still think, man, when I saw friggin' Pablo at the Funny Bone, that was like the hardest I've ever laughed at anything.
Really?
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. I loved it. Who knows? I could go see him again.
Yeah.
You know, if he has a bad night. But yeah, well, that's cool, man. I'll have to go check that out. I haven't been there. If it's worth it, it's worth it. Hell. Maybe we're going to see if any new coming up. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What else did I do? Oh, that same weekend. What? Was that Riveting Radio or what?
No, well, probably. But again, I was reading other stuff and one of the things.
Oh, well, real quick, because I'm sure everybody's sick of hearing about it, but so that was Sunday. We planted the trees, and then that Saturday was kind of like hung out with my buddies. You know, we kind of just hung out. That was the day they had the derby. The big one.
The one that you talked about for last year, that competition.
No, the horse race.
Oh,
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my buddy had some horses. He bet on some horses, so we ended up watching a bunch of those. Plus, like basketball was on. Plus, golf was on.
The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight too.
Yeah, that was that night. So we started with the Derby, hung out at his house. Just kind of hung out, and then got some pizzas, and then went over watched the fight. But you know, it was like it's super late. You know, we ended up watching most of the basketball game, which is actually ended up being better than the fight. Spoiler alert, because it was like down to the wire type thing. But so yeah, hung out there. They kept pushing the fights back, and then you know by freaking midnight, it finally started. The big one there, the Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking ridiculous. And then the fight, it was a good fight. It was what it was, but I don't think I'd ever pay for one or really ever stay up for one again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Boxing is all right, but I don't know. I don't know. I kind of at this point would rather watch UFC like most people.
Yeah.
You know, rather than two guys like throwing pillows at each other. Technically, I don't know. It just seems it's so outdated in a way. You know, I mean, there's an immense amount of skill involved. You know,
Yeah.
It's amazing the fact that they both of them lasted like, you know, through the whole fight, 12 rounds of guys swinging at you. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but I don't know. I guess never being into it. You know, I kind of only watched it for the hype, and then so I don't really have much of authority on much to say about it, but yeah, it was cool. It was a cool experience. It was definitely intense, you know, like throughout, like, you know, you're kind of on the edge of your seat type thing, like what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But then, yeah. So, yeah, it was fun, you know, experience. At least I could say I watched it.
Yeah.
Happen, but not that anybody will care next year.
Or even in a month.
Exactly. The probably the biggest takeaway was I don't know if you saw the video or not, is Jamie Foxx there.
Yeah, I heard he sang
He sang the national at first I'm like, oh, okay, let's give this a shot.
Yeah, he's good songs before.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. And he just starts like goes from like singing to like putting more vibrato and more emphasis, like more soul into it, if you will. Like it just kept getting more and more and more to like by the end it was just fucking trash.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was terrible. If you ever get a chance, watch the video of that because it is disgusting. Like,
yeah, somebody else was talking about that. How like pretty much enough already.
yeah,
Just let like every other game or match or whatever. Just let somebody from town or whatever, or from that state come and sing it.
Oh, dude,
Enough with the celebrities, like whatever.
Yeah,
Going over the top with it.
Dude, the whole boxing. Plus, I don't like watching it or giving it money because that's what the whole sport's about, man. It's about money. It's disgusting. Each of the fighters comes out with at least 2 or 3 celebrities, and it's all like, it's just glorified. It's disgusting, man. It's all about betting and,
Yeah, but people can make betting or anything about betting.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's kind of gross. But, yeah, it was cool. And then, yeah, and Sunday, obviously, planted the trees. But, yeah, it was a cool experience. Got to see the Derby. It's a big day of sports, man. Big day of sports. Didn't lose a dime because I didn't bet, so I'm good. Man, I feel like I had so much more to talk about, but now that I'm thinking back, I'm freezing. I don't even know.
All right, well, you think... Quick comment, the thing that was making me laugh before. Have you been listening to Bill Burr lately?
Yeah, only his Monday show, though.
Okay, well, you'll still get it. So now, like recently, now that it's summertime, shorts weather, it's getting freaking hot all of a sudden. Don't want to wear a shirt or, like...
It's unbelievably hot
like a
right
tank
now.
top, yeah.
Yeah.
So, nights like the casino or other nights when I just, typical American, overindulge myself at dinner.
Yeah.
And I always feel fat. And then I almost like every time now, for some reason, I can't get Bill Burr's workout song out of my head. So I walk around the house or wherever I am just humming or singing, I go to the gym every day. Boom, boom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that.
You don't?
No.
Good God.
Go to the gym.
Because I don't even remember the words. I just remember the tune of it. But yeah,
I don't know. It's been hot as balls. It's been terrible, and it's only getting hotter, man. I have a feeling it's gonna be a brutal summer this year for us.
yeah, almost 90 a couple days.
So it was I have a bunch of like little things that happen like throughout like that week. And one of them, me and Ryan went every now and then. We go to the local grocery.
Yep.
We get like sandwiches because they're like pre-made.
Yep.
So I'm walking in. As soon as I walk in, the first thing I hear is "That's cray cray." So obviously I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I look over, and I see like a mom and a daughter, but like right at the time that the daughter looked up, he heard that or like was watching. So like I'm just staring at her and like making eye contact. I was like, oh, perfect timing. And then, so I just quickly like turned and like kept walking. And I could see her watching me. I was like, jeez, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I had to look. So embarrassed the daughter because I did what she.
Didn't want to happen.
Didn't want to happen at all.
Yeah.
I was that guy who's like, that's correct, right? Friggin' hip moms. And another grocery store mishap. I packed my groceries in the car and like got in, and like as soon as I sat down, I see this like black guy who parked out like way out far, and he's like walking in towards the door, and he's like doing like weird stretches on the way in. Like he's doing like the high knee.
Yeah.
Like he did one high knee and then like walked a little bit and then did it with like the other leg. So I'm like, oh, maybe we just got back from the gym. And then like out of nowhere, like he gets a little bit further and he just he just whips his leg up. Like to the point where it's like it's straight up, man. And like absolutely upwards. And then he put that one down and he did it again. Like I just wanted to roll down the window and be like, sick flexibility, dude. You know? Because he just, I don't know where he throws a knee, and then wow, the freaking leg goes straight up, full split, man. Like thing was over his head in a walking motion.
I was
like,
just going to say, how could you do that walking?
Oh, yeah. He just whipped that thing up and brought it down. It was awesome.
Jesus.
I feel like I had to compliment him on his flexibility. A lot of weird shit happens at grocery stores, man.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
I ran to Waterbury the other day. I stopped at Walmart to get a pot for some of the house plants, and I was wearing my little 5-finger shoes here.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I blew the mind of everybody that I came in contact with.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. It's like they've never seen them before. I don't think they have.
Maybe they went out of style and now, like,
maybe
people forgot about them and they're like, whoa.
Because every person that saw me, like, literally had to stop me from walking.
Hey, whoa.
Where'd you get those?
Where'd you get those shoes?
Just staring at my feet. How much were they?
Man.
Are they comfortable? Really? Really?
Wait, let me guess. Doesn't it feel weird with that thing between your toes?
Some of them, not all of them.
But everybody says that.
Because, like, my go-to answer is always like, oh, yeah, you know, I like to run in them. Really? Yeah, they're great for fishing, you know, hiking, river, whatever, you know. It's just being bare feet without getting cut up. Really? You crazy.
Yeah.
And then that's it. All right.
He's done and over with them, and they know what they are.
Yeah.
Were they like moms?
No.
Or like just weird people?
Just like, yeah, like it was just like one guy that was just like bumming around, getting like lawn stuff, you know.
Yeah. Whoa. Hey, what do you got there?
Yeah.
What are those?
I know it was a long winter, but come on.
Yeah. Forget what it's like? It's like walking around in flip-flops when somebody's never seen them before.
Really?
You got that thing between your toes?
Yeah.
What's that like? Let me try them out.
Oh, one of the ladies was like, yeah. Go ahead.
Let me try them out.
You got balance.
Yeah,
Come on.
come on.
One of the ladies like, let me see the bottom. I was like, so I lifted my foot up and she's like, yeah. Okay. I'll see you later.
Oh, yeah. Like she knew what she was.
Yeah, like, you know what? I knew it.
I knew it was going to look like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's what I expected. Oh, man.
Oh, God, that's a bad story. Hey, did you end up watching The Gambler?
Yeah. Fell asleep.
So you didn't like it?
I haven't seen the end of a movie in weeks. No.
What do you mean?
Seriously. I feel like
stay
a piece
awake
of
all the
crap,
time
man.
now, though.
I know. You got the coffee in you. Somewhat. No, you don't.
No, you know what my trick is? I just get a snack.
Oh, see, but then I get all the way through the ice cream, and it's like, I would just feel like shit, and I'm going to coma.
No, I'll wait until I'm starting to fall asleep, and the lady, you'll see it. She's like, you want a snack? Yeah, I guess. And I'll get popcorn.
Trail mix.
I'll get popcorn or like peanuts or something. Or if I'm really feeling crazy, I'll break out the yogurt and throw the peanuts in there.
What? So you got to pay attention.
Yeah, or
Otherwise you're choking on it.
or chia seeds in the yogurt too.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. But anyways, that's how
So The Gambler. I probably made it 3/4 of the way through, and I really enjoyed it. It was, I think I fell asleep right around the point where, I don't know, should I spoil it?
It's been out for a while.
The two of them are running around there. The Wahlberg and the chick there are running around. Like almost like they're running away type thing.
Oh, okay. Yep.
About there is like where I started dozing off. And Laura never really said anything about the ending, so I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean,
it was a pretty good movie. Yeah.
yeah.
I
I like the overall tone, and Wahlberg's acting was great in it, and super interesting, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Omar. Yep. Yeah, it was good. I think that's the latest movie we watched. Nothing's really come out since then.
Yeah, I think that's the last one we watched too.
It's kind of a weird dry period. But Mad Max comes out this Friday.
Yeah, the lady wants to see it in the theaters.
Can't fucking wait, man. Can't fucking wait. I gotta get the lady to go out. I've been watching, like, I watched a couple throwbacks, though. No, because I fell asleep during one of them. Damn it. Well, I went back and I watched the Mad Max series, like, to get ready for it.
Yeah.
And those were great, obviously. It was first one, I'll be honest.
I've never seen any.
The first one is like it's old, and it's like I don't even know what the fuck it was. I fell asleep during it, and then Laura stayed up and got mad that I made her watch it and sit through it. But the second and third one are like what you think of when you think of Mad Max. So like post-apocalyptic, world, and the crazy cars, and everybody's fighting over fuel and stuff, and yeah, it's super awesome, man. Second one was good. I like the second one a lot more than the third one. Third one had Tina Turner in it. It was kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, and it was kind of all over the place, but in a good way. But yeah, it was good, man. I enjoyed those. And I watched this other movie. It's like it came out this year, and it's called It Follows. It's supposedly like the big horror movie of the year.
Oh, the one where it like passes. That one?
Yeah. Where'd you hear about it?
I don't know. Maybe my brother-in-law watched it or something. I heard something about it. If it wasn't you, it might have been him.
It was honestly the first time I'd been like creeped out and like unsettled in like forever. Just the concept of it was like unbelievable. And it's not much of a spoiler because they talk about it like, well, I mean, I knew about it going in and I still loved it. It's about like just this, like, I guess an evil or something that takes the form of like a person, right? And it could be any person. It could look like someone you know. It could look like someone you've never seen before. But the way you know it is that thing is, and you're the only person that can see it if it's following you. Is it just, imagine you're just sitting here and there's just a person just walking towards you at like a slow pace, just like walking towards you at all times. So like I'm sitting here and it could just break into the house and it would walk down and hope there's a second exit, and I got to get as far away from it as possible. And as soon as I get away from it, the thing just points in my direction and just starts walking towards me. And like at all times. And then if it catches you, like if it even gets close enough to touch you, you're done. Like it just tears you apart, like kills you. It was like so unsettling because like you would kind of forget about it throughout the movie. And then like you would just see in the background, like see like someone just walking towards them. And it's like, what it is. So it's like, it's fucking creepy, man. And it's creepy to think about. Like, just sitting here and there's something walking towards you that is going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say like how they pass it on and stuff, but yeah, it was fucking, yeah. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah. Sounds it.
Yeah. So hopefully they make more of those. Because, I mean, it's such a simple concept, but they can easily, make a bunch.
Yeah, make a bunch, yeah.
Yeah. Which first time I've ever want them to, just because it was so sick,
Yeah.
And you could try killing it, doesn't work. And then like everybody thinks you're crazy because you're like, oh, you see this person walking towards you when nobody else sees it, so it's like, it's weird, it's crazy. But yeah, it was a good movie, man. It's pretty fun horror movie coming out of nowhere. But yeah, you see anything else? I know you said you watched The Gambler.
I don't think so. Movie wise, like you said, nothing's really.
Yeah.
Like a couple of them come out, but we've been so busy, like working in the yard and stuff. We don't we haven't even really watched. I think we've only watched like one episode of Treme
Oh yeah.
in the past 2 weeks. Yeah.
Damn. Have you gotten any farther in Hannibal?
No, honestly, I forgot about Hannibal.
Oh man. See, I got my mom. She was watching it yesterday. She started liking it.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
I can see.
being summer though.
Yeah, who wants to be inside watching shit?
Yeah.
Well, I do. For the record, I hate this weather. It makes me sweat. I'm a big guy. This sucks. I fucking hate it. I can't wait for winter again. I hate it. But I hear you though.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, oh, I can't wait. Like we get out of work and they're all like, yeah, let's fucking do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go home and sit in my house and be miserable because it's hot.
Yeah.
You know?
I was gonna see if you wanted a ball the other day, and I figured
I need exercise. I've been thinking about ever since Anderson started talking about walking. I'm like, let's start walking. Well, not hiking, but I'll walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Ticks. Speaking of which ticks, witch tits.
That's not what I heard.
Speaking of witch tits, that freaked me out because I was at the Pacquiao fight.
Oh, okay. Where did you come from?
Can't wait to hear that back. We were at the fight at his buddy's house there, and we went out. I went out back to take a. Oh, see, you got it.
Yeah,
I went out back to take a piss, and it was like in his backyard. So I'm sitting there, I'm doing my thing, and then I walk back inside, and then like an hour later, I'm just, I'm sitting there on the couch. And I look down and I got a fucking tick crawling on my hand. So I'm like, you son of a... So it's like, I immediately like grabbed it with a napkin and just like threw it in the garbage. Hopefully...
What?
Walt!
Why did you do that?
I know, I feel terrible because it got out. I didn't know him.
It's in your house.
So yeah, I just threw it out, but all night I was fucking itchy as fuck. Luckily I only went out there one time, and the odds of catching more than one was probably pretty limited. But yeah, man, that's got me fucking scared, man. I don't want to do anything, so that's why I haven't done any hiking or any golfing or nothing. I know I keep talking about this, but those deadly diseases.
Yeah, but it's always been around.
I know, but I'm scared. I just have to. My mom seriously was like, why don't you just get one of those, like, dog collars and just wrap them around your ankles?
Right?
The flea and tick ones? Just wrap them around your ankles and,
This right here is a bandana.
Yeah.
And it's a new product that they have it soaked in, like, a repellent. I don't believe it's deep.
I can't tell if you're seriously making fun of me or
no,
if
I'm being 100% serious. We bought this for the dog.
Oh, no shit.
I mean, for the listeners, I got my backpack with me that I bring hiking, so I got the dog's
Probably
bowl.
covered in ticks, and you're bringing it in my house.
It's been in my house, but
I'm kidding.
Got the dog's bowl and the bandana we bought for him. I had heard about it a couple of years ago. It was a new thing then. And it's supposedly soaked in whatever, and it can be like one of those things where you can wash it up to like 200 times in the whatever that's in it, and I don't think it's deep. Stays in there, so like we tie it around his neck, or like sometimes like if we're out for a hike without him, like and the bugs are bothering us, the lady will take it and like put it like somewhere around her head, like like on her shoulder.
Really?
Yeah.
And it works?
It helps a little. I don't think it's not like nothing's a cure all be all, but
yeah.
If you'd like, you could take it, try it, or read up on it.
Just put a couple of those around my legs.
Yeah. Tie one around your neck. Make a little bow tie out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hang out with Ben.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing, either some walking on the treadmill or because I walk a bunch, but I just feel like I gotta do something. You know what it is I don't have any t-shirts anymore. I only have like 4 t-shirts that are large. The rest are all mediums, and they don't fit.
Well, start wearing them until they fit.
I don't think they can stretch anymore, but
You know what I've been thinking about me being me is I was thinking about start doing fireman carries or
Jesus.
or farmer carries on the treadmill. We're just picking up
The dog?
No. The 35 dumbbell in each hand and
What?
walking. And
With
see-
your shoulders up?
Yeah. Bring them up and see how long I could walk and then drop them and then bring them up, see how long I could go for.
That'd be nuts.
And then if you want to make it hard, put it on an incline, bring the speed up.
I mean, you could just get a weighted vest or weighted ankles.
Wait, it's not the same though.
Well,
Wait.
what is the bar for you?
It's weight, like, it'd be like all upper body workout.
So at the time, same
Yeah.
time as walking, we
Yeah,
all
on the treadmill, but to keep straight so you don't hunch or anything.
damn. That's some crazy CrossFit stuff.
Yeah, well, you know me.
Let's do 100 of them.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting fat and out of shape, which I am.
Yeah, right.
Which I am, but I can
Ladies and
still do
gentlemen.
my old workout, and I don't get it.
What do you mean? Just willy-nilly without getting tired?
Wow, I get more tired than I used to, but I can still do it.
Do a triathlon, no problem.
I didn't try that, just more like the run and like lift and whatever.
It's good, man. I mean, you never really stop moving, though.
Yeah. But anyways, so the it doesn't really make sense. I can't tell you that story.
What?
You know me, how I mutter, or we both mutter.
Yeah.
People don't understand me all the time.
Real quick, though, it's funny because it's starting to happen to Laura. And I laugh.
Wait, she mutters,
Well,
or
my
she doesn't
big-
understand you?
no, my biggest problem, I guess, isn't muttering, but like we'll be in a group, like my entire family, and everybody's around the table, and I'll say a joke, but everybody else will just keep talking, and nobody heard it. That's my biggest problem. I'm that guy in the corner, just
Yeah.
I'll make a joke, but nobody hears it, so I just like put my head down and like get bummed out. But it keeps happening to her, and we just high five afterwards because nobody heard it. But anyways, go on. I love
I
it.
was just gonna say,
The worst.
out of the blue, I ordered a pizza a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, your name? And I told them. And when I got there, they didn't have my name down. And they're like, it was something weird, like Elizabeth. I was like, hell, if it's a cheese pizza, yeah, that's my name.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, whatever. And then they like cross-checked it with they take your number too. So they cross-checked the number. They're like, oh, we had your name down as Tom. And as you know, that's not even close to my name at all.
Not at all.
So after I was like, yeah, that's me, whatever. Sorry, I mutter. And I got back to the house, or we got back to
Is
the house.
mutter the right word?
I,
Are you thinking of mumble?
mumble.
Mumbling is like mutter. I'm not sure what mutter means, honestly.
Wouldn't mutter be like mumbling to yourself?
Yeah. If you're
All right, so
muttering-
I mumble,
yeah, mumbling I think is a better word.
I guess.
Muttering.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know. The more I
So-
say it, the weirder it sounds.
Yeah.
So I don't want to think about it.
so
mutter, mutter,
we're
mutter,
yeah, mutter.
mutter.
So we were like, man, that's the first time I ever had that one.
Yeah.
Like way off. And then 2 days later, took a call at the shop at work, customer, and my boss wasn't in, so I could do. So I told her, she's like, Tom, another one. What am I?
Jeez.
I don't know.
That's
what
a
it
weird
is.
coincidence.
Yeah, within like 3 days of each other.
It's got to be a way you say your name or something.
Well, that's the wife's like, well, say your name. So I said it. She's like, all right, well, how, do you say it different? She's like, I don't see. I guess maybe.
Geep.
Yeah,
Geep.
that's just totally different.
Geep Tom. Start calling you Tom.
Yeah.
Tom.
job.
Oh man. So yeah, what about this weekend, buddy? It was a big holiday weekend.
I mean, for me, I worked Saturday, and she did the plant sale with her mom.
That was this weekend, not the past weekend?
Yeah, no, that was this weekend.
Oh.
And then we did breakfast with my mom. Other than that, it was all yard work.
Normal day.
Yeah. What'd you guys do?
Oops. Yeah, this was a pretty busy weekend there. Friday I spent the day with the lady. Tried to make barbecue chicken.
Oh, speaking of which, made an awesome barbecue shrimp pizza.
Yeah? What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm getting that pizza stone down.
Nice.
All right.
Making your own crust?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's you. Yeah, I tried to make barbecue chicken on Friday, and I was like all pumped because Laura had an awful day. So I'm like, she got corn on the cob, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make barbecue chicken. But for some reason, the recipe I found was like low and slow. So I was like, all right, so you throw it on the skin side like on high, create like a layer, and then bring it over to a cool side with no flame, and you keep the flame over here on like medium.
Yep.
But after like over an hour of like low and slow, I'm like, all right, did the sauce thing. I'm like, all right, these things got to be done. Threw the corns on. I have never cooked corn on the cob on the grill. So I was like, I looked up another recipe. It said to soak them for 10 minutes.
Do it in the husk?
Yeah, in the husk, and then fold the husk back up and then throw it on the grill.
Yep.
So yeah, those were probably on for like 10, 15. So I'm like, all right, this is a great dinner. Took a picture of it. I'm like, oh man, this came out great. And then she starts eating the corn. It's not fucking done. Same with the chicken. I start cutting into the chicken because we use like really fat like chicken breasts.
Oh, jeez.
And they're fucking still pink inside after like over an hour of being on the grill.
Yeah,
and I'm just like totally ruined. So I throw everything back on. And yeah, it was just a fucking nightmare. I hate chicken. So that sucked. But then Saturday was another day. I think I worked in the morning, and then I just kind of did a bunch of errands and shit. And yeah, busy day of errands. And then luckily did the grocery shopping. We got some they weren't the best. They were like pre-bagged like ribs, but they came out great. 20 minutes on the grill, it kind of made up for the night before. So we had like freaking ribs and like mashed potatoes, a little bit of corn. It was great. So
nice.
Made up for that. But then Sunday was the big day for Mother's Day. We went over to my parents all day. We kind of did like an all day cookout type thing. Showed up there around 11 or 12. Mostly my brother. I was kind of his apprentice, if you will.
Yeah.
He we smoked a brisket this time. Did 6 hours of pure smoking. Big ass 6-pound brisket.
Nice.
It's freaking great, man. And then for lunch we did hams and hots and for a couple salads and stuff. And then dinner we had freaking the brisket. We had my mom made grilled shrimp. We had macaroni salad. A tortellini regular green salad. It was freaking awesome, man. Tons of food. Had an ice cream cake at night. It was awesome. But the funny thing about yesterday is I just had a terrible day yesterday, and even though it went great, so I'm hanging out in the morning. I'm trying to get dressed, and because I can't fit in any of my shirts anymore, I'm scrambling to find one that's clean and works. So I got my normal I wear plaid golfer shorts because they're just what I have from last year. So I put a pair of those on, and I'm like, oh, I found this nice striped shirt in my blue, gray, and whatever striped shirt. And if you already get the point of the story, you know where this is going. But you already figured it out. But So yeah, I got that on. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, something just doesn't seem right. But so I sent a picture to the lady of myself. I'm like, does this work with the shorts and the shirt? And all I get is like good. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm feeling good about myself. I got my nice new like boat shoes on. All right, yeah, I'm that guy. So I'm like, all right, let's go. I gotta go to Target, get some stuff because I made corn casserole for dinner. So it was like a nice corn with the barbecue. It's great, awesome. So I go into Target and walk around feeling good. I'm like, yeah, I look like a fucking champ, So I go buy stuff, and I'm walking, get shopping, and then I go and I get behind like this lady, and I'm looking at her, and she's got a striped shirt on with like these plaid shorts that go like diagonal. So I'm like, all right, yeah, the same type of get up. So I'm like, all right, yeah, definitely. And then, well, because I was worried. I'm like, maybe I do kind of look like a douche. Something still doesn't seem right. And I'm like, all right, this lady's got the same thing. Must be the new thing. I'm in. So I go over to my parents. It's just my dad there. I didn't know where my mom was. So I'm talking to my dad about like fishing and stuff. And then like I go say hi to my mom. And like immediately, like after I say hi, she looks at me and she's like, so do you know you don't match? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, plaid and stripes. You know those don't go together, right? And I'm like, Laura said it was all right. I sent her a message. She's like, yeah, well, yeah, that doesn't work. So I'm like, friggin' ripping pissed that I just walked around like Target for like a good half hour looking like an asshole.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. And then my aunt came over, after all the jokes on me of how I look, and I go, I'm like, all right, so I'll ask her. So I'm like, hey, do I look like an asshole or what? And she's like, what do you mean? You mean because your shirt and shorts don't match? And I'm like, no, of course. She's like, well, then I guess, yeah, you look like an asshole. I'm like, God damn it. So yeah, I ended up switching. Luckily, before any pictures were taken.
Put the shorts on your
Well, no, yeah, I was freaking out, and then yeah, luckily my mom gave me one of my dad's shirts, just like a plain red, like pocket tee. The most solid thing ever. I feel like such an asshole. And then of course, like Laura got there like later, and yeah, she didn't even look at the picture. She was in the middle of a graduation, so she just like real good, assumed it was okay. She didn't even look.
Oh no!
So she just like she didn't want to be rude like during the graduation, so she just like quickly saw and then just wrote good.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it.
Imagine that somebody that's sitting next to her looks over and it's just you in the mirror.
What do you think?
What do you think? Do I match?
Yeah, I look like an asshole all day. Well, most of the day. I feel like such a douche. Apparently everybody knows plaid and stripes don't go together. Not this guy.
To me, that'd be too many lines.
Yeah, it's too
shapes.
busy. Well, that's why like I was looking at it in the mirror and I'm like, well, they're white stripes with like pretty like light gray like shorts. So I'm like, they're pretty plain. There's still the lines, but the lines going, it's too busy. And then that fucking lady in Target, I was like, yeah, she secured it, but I don't know. Apparently she doesn't know how to dress either.
No.
So, well, I felt like an asshole.
At least there's more than one of you.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta just stay simple.
I know. And you know what? That's what I learned. And I've been told this before. If you have to ask or are not sure, don't wear it. Like, that's advice I've been given before, and I even thought about it, but I'm like, fuck it. She said it was good. So, but yeah, I'll give you the advice, listener. If you have to ask or you don't think it looks good, don't wear it.
No.
Don't be this guy. Don't be an asshole walking around Target looking like a douche. Everybody was looking at me too.
Or do it. Go out on a limb.
Yeah, fuck it. Start a new
make
trend.
a statement. Yeah.
Whatever.
Next time, I recommend polka dots and stripes.
Polka dots would work. No? Polka dots and stripes?
I don't think so. That'd be really busy.
That'd look weird. I don't know.
Baggy shirt that has like zigzags. Just stand in the wind.
What's that up?
With that head.
Yeah, it was good though overall because dinner was good. Good barbecue. I'll have to let you smell it. It's pretty good.
Oh, you brought some
as,
home?
Yeah, smoky as fuck. It was great.
Nice.
The only thing is, he got the recipe out of this book I gave him for Christmas. Like it's supposedly an award-winning like brisket recipe or whatever. But it was a little, I don't know. The outer, you're supposed to cut like the top fat layer off, but I don't know. We've never done that, but it was a little bit. The rub had like a little bit too much black pepper or something because it was pretty spicy. But I mean, I enjoyed it just eating it as it was. But like my mom, obviously, she had to cut that off. But it was fucking awesome though. Did 6 hours, and then just wrapped it for like 20 minutes off the heat, in foil, let it sit so everything soaked back in. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's fun. And then we threw like a couple hard-boiled eggs on, smoked eggs.
Nice.
They're freaking delicious, man. Oh yeah.
So what did he brought his smoker over?
Yeah. He's got like a simple, like there's an off firebox round guy, and then it goes into like the barrel style, like.
Dude, I'm pissed. Probably 3 weeks back now was bulk pickup.
Yeah.
In one of the towns between me and work, and I wish I was driving my truck every day because I drove by one day. It was a contractor wheelbarrow, like one of those big 2-wheel guys, missing a wheel. They threw it out at the road. I was like, damn, I need a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So then, of course, when I came back, it was gone.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I thought of you. Drove by, another dude had a smoker out at the side of the road.
What?
One of the ones, like you said, like the old barrel with the chimney coming out the top and a little side guy. But, that was gone as soon as... And I couldn't fit it in my car.
Nah.
So...
Damn.
Times like that, I wish I had my truck all the time again.
Yep. I hear you, man.
Probably have crap sitting in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'll get the...
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, somebody's here.
Shouldn't be, but it's probably the cats fucking around.
Jesus, it's already almost 7.
No, Jesus. But, so I had a dilemma the other day.
Yep.
It was a moral dilemma.
I got tons of those.
So I came home from somewhere. I don't know where. I forgot. Oh, work. Yeah, came home from work Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably noon. No, it was 11.
That's definitely somebody. The cats aren't turning on faucets.
Well, this is riveting radio.
Yeah.
But I'll text the lady. But that's a really dirty that robber, and he's like, man, before I rob the fuck out of this place, I need to wash my hands. I got all dirty walking in here. But so yeah, more dilemma. Came home on Saturday, and there was a package for us, and there was a little tiny package on top of it, and all I saw was like another name, another address, and GameStop. So I'm like, damn, this got delivered to me, and this could be a new video game. But so I was left with the decision: either I drive down the street and give this to the right people, or possibly have a new video game. Worst comes to worst, I sell it. I get like $30. So obviously, I'm not gonna be that guy because yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I got a new video game, sold it. It was Mario. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
No.
Played it, beat it, done.
Yeah. So I was like, I was thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a sweet new video game. But then I was like, do I really want to be that guy? Because I could just imagine that's something I really want, and it went somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I got in my car. I was like, I'll make an adventure out of it. And then, yeah. So I mean, I had quite a hard time finding the house because, like, when you're driving somewhere on your GPS and it says arrived.
Yeah.
But you're still like down the street from where you're supposed to be.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the numbers. It was like 32 something, but all the numbers are like, I'm in the like 60s.
Yeah, they don't make
I'm
sense.
like, what the fuck? So I'm in the 60s, and I'm like, I turned the car off and I'm looking. I'm like, it said arrive, but this ain't the fucking house. So I turn the car back on. I go a little further, and somehow I got an old car that.
Yeah. Yeah. Shake.
Yeah, you should see my boobs when I drive. They're hilarious. But no.
I wonder why your eyes are always black.
Yeah, I got double D's. They're slapping my face. but anyways, so yeah, I go a little further, and and somehow 60s went to the number I'm looking for. They're like 30s. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I pull over. Now, I mean, I didn't know, like, all right, should I ring the doorbell? Should I, like, just drop it and leave? Should I knock? So I opted for the just, I just basically just walked up to the door, just left it there. And I figured, hey, eventually they got to come out. Or somebody will come out. Fuck, damn it. So I was like, all right. So I dropped it, but like, I don't know how I didn't see him before when I was walking up, but I look over and the neighbor's got like 2 kids, and it's like a lady, like a mom age, and one of the kids is walking towards me. So I'm like, oh wait, oh geez, and the like lady's walking behind her or behind him. So I'm like, oh, so I'm like walking back out to my car, and I get in the car, and
You should have just ran and jumped and ducked like you just.
well, that's because the lady was the neighbor, and she must have been bringing the kid back over, because the kid ran up and like went to the package, and like you could see she was like quickly walking to like see what I did.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so the kid like picks up the package, looking at it, and she's like, what is it or whatever. So I like I was like, all right. So I rolled down the window because I had the car on, and I'm just sitting there with the car on at this point, staring at him. So I'm like, all right, it's a package. It got dropped off at my house. So she's like, oh, and then like the kid just ran inside with it. He's like, GameStop, and ran inside. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, didn't even really like say much, but like you could tell she was like worried and like running.
Yeah.
So of course there's fucking 2 little kids, and I look like a creeper. But yeah, so and then I just went home. But yeah, try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure what the hell.
It's good. Good on you.
Yeah, could have had a new game, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's probably something stupid.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. It's a new Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yep.
Of course. So now I can't show my face around there because they already probably reported me for creeping real slow and looking at all the houses. And
Nah.
well, luckily I wasn't following a bus.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
This took a turn, huh?
Yeah, I took a heavy one. Speaking of heavy ones,
What about that heavy?
well, the brisket, briskets all day, bud. It's got me going.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I feel like I had a ton to talk about over the past couple of weeks, but
Let's see. I had some other questions, but
questions for me?
oh no, I guess I had one question and kind of a sad story, so I'm not going to do it now because it seems like the show took a turn. But I'll ask you this.
All right, I'm down.
As you know, and we were talking before we started the show when we were setting up, or you were setting up, we've both kind of been in a dilemma lately of deciding if we should not be so dumb and go back to. And I've been thinking about it all the time, and like one of my thoughts, like a lot of podcasts, a lot of different podcasts, a lot of interviews, smart people, a lot of interviews, comics. So you get the range of
Full gambit
of intelligence.
Gambit,
Yes.
gambit.
I believe.
Yeah.
I'm uneducated. So
You sound drunk too for some reason.
a bit.
I'm not.
So I guess not that it makes a difference, but anyways. So I was thinking the other day, would you rather be the dumbest person in a smart crowd or the smartest person in a dumb crowd? You have to try and hold conversation now.
All right. I can tell you from experience. And I know this is going to sound really douchey. And this is also kind of...
Never been the dumbest.
No. I feel like I've been both in my life.
I've definitely...
Honestly.
Well, not both, but...
Honestly. I'm being honest here. Open and honest.
Open.
Like, kind of where I am now and kind of why I want to go back to school is I feel like, I'm working around people. Some of them haven't even finished high school. They got that, like, uneducated. So, like, even when they do talk to me, half the time I don't even understand it because it's, like, the worst.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking in slang and shit, and it's just like,
Yeah.
What? So...
Makes you feel old.
Yeah, really does. But I've kind of been... So I'm kind of almost living that right now, where, like, everybody around me is kind of just... I think Did I talk about that? Where, like, we have a meeting...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and, like...
Well, you said it to me. I don't think it was on here, but...
I've said it to people. Yeah, it's like, they don't get it, and I'm already back to work because it was, like, a simple concept, but they're still back there trying to figure out what the hell my supervisor said type thing. So, yeah, I'd almost rather be the dumbest person. It's a little embarrassing, and it sucks, but at the same time, I feel like I learn. It only helps me excel and learn, as opposed to, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like from listening to smarter people, which is kind of why, like, I think we both listen to podcasts, and because listening to people talk about things you don't understand or whatever, it gets frustrating sometimes, or you feel like the odd man out, but at the same time, I also feel like it's helping me expand where I am, and I almost learning new things and or things I already know about but can learn more about. And so yeah, I'd always rather be the dumbest guy.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm the smartest guy at work, but I just feel like the people around me, I can't really learn much from them, so it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
Except for work related, but just like, they start talking to me about, like, their sweet Honda or something, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's where I would be.
I agree. I'd always rather be the dumbest because if anything, you always have something to work for and strive for.
Exactly.
Because I feel like if you're the smartest, you just end up, like, coasting. And they say take a little bit from the 5 people you hang out with the most with. So, like, if you're the smartest within those 5 people, then if that's true, you'd just be taking, like, dumb qualities out of each person you hang out with the most. Whereas if you're the dumbest and the smartest crowd, if that philosophy is true, then technically traits than your own, and them throughout your
building
life.
yourself up to be equal with them.
Yeah, one day.
Well, that's like almost in a theoretical situation. If you took, like, any normal Joe Schmo, like me or you, and put us in, like, made us live for a year with, like, a bunch of professors, all different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
What do you, like, at the end of that year, you would think I'd be coming out with, knowledge of science, knowledge of English,
somewhat,
some sort, or just the way I speak in general would be more proper, like, say you took, because that goes the same with, like, the way you grow up or the way you're raised. You're kind of, what surrounds you is kind of what you become type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even if you took, like, you
Snoop
Dogg, if you took Snoop Dogg and threw him in when he was young, say, like, a teenager, threw him in to live with a bunch of professors for a year. I don't know if he'd come out saying izzle dizzle to everything. Maybe it would totally change. He'd, be completely different type thing.
Yeah.
Not that saying izzle dizzle for rizzle is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you still talked like that, you would still, by nature, I think you would look at things a little different. Even if you didn't change the way you speak.
Yeah.
You'd still even second guess what you used to. Just as instinct, like.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the one thing my mom always says as a reason why I should, is because, like, compared to, like, back in high school where it's your peers and they're all the same as you, they're all about petty bullshit or whatever. When you go to college, there's people of all walks of life.
Yeah.
And it's more interesting because they all have those life experiences and you can learn from them all, as opposed to, oh, this kid's just playing football instead of being in a band or whatever,
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there's a lot of people, there's some Asian guy who's done something. There's some, some 30-year-old white guy or like some kid my age or,
Yeah, and it's not people you could have been going to school with since like kindergarten.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Especially now, like typically, or you would think now that it's been quite a few years, you won't know anybody.
Yeah.
And then you can either freak out about it or just focus on your work rather than anything about.
Yeah, and maybe that person has insight of where you should go from here. Or, like, maybe they've done something and, they're like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah.
Or, there's all sorts of, So, I'd rather be the dumbest guy.
Yeah.
Always. Because I usually am.
And what brought that on is the other day we were driving behind somebody that had their car plastered with bumper stickers. And all I could think of is, like, there's a certain type of person that feels the need to plaster their, like, feelings of, like, whatever, not like support the troops bumper stickers, but, like, the stupid, like, my cat can beat up your honor roll student kind of bumper stickers, like. Or, like, another one that was on this car was, like, if you think she's a bitch, wait till you see me, or something like that. Like, one of those.
One of those.
And it's like, like, if somebody starts to tell you a story or, like, describing a car like that, it's one of those or that kind of person.
I mean, this could go into a very deep, insulting and, like...
No, I don't want to, like, insult people.
No, because I have a lot of theories on... No, I don't want to do it.
That's what made me think. No, like come up with that question. It's like,
yeah, there are people out there, man.
Because that doesn't mean that that person is dumb.
No,
but it's
what they are into or like. Yeah, to each his own thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
that kind of person.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could go off about that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I don't want to.
Those crazy.
If you'd like us to go off on it, let us know.
Yeah.
I feel like Aaron Corbett wanted to go off on that. Remember when he was talking about like people and if they're really necessary or not? Like certain people,
that yeah.
Yeah,
his whole population
control. That was it. Yeah. Which, we could talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question, man. And I think there's a clear answer. And for the record, I don't think I'm great or awesome. I just I think I'm a piece of garbage. But that's just, where I have been thinking about that a lot. So it's very
that you're a piece of garbage?
No, that like being where I am now and maybe I should do better things type thing.
Yeah.
And that's been a huge thing.
Yeah.
Looking around, sick of being a jamoke.
Well, hey, there's educated jamokes too. Yeah. It's all what you do with it.
That's right, bud. I plan to be one. Educated jamokes. I love it. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Educated jamokes. Black guy stretching his legs. Moral dilemma. It follows. I wore plaid and stripes, and that's cray cray. I did have a waiting room mishap. I don't know how far it went, but I'm going to leave you off with this one.
All right.
So I was sitting in a waiting room. It was just me. And I'm sitting in the chair. There's like chairs here. And the door like into the doctor's was here. So I'm sitting there just waiting. I already filled out paperwork, whatever. I'm sitting there. And like, because we follow so many people on Twitter with Geep Gam, I never know what the hell I'm going to see when I pull Twitter up. Usually it's like, remember I was showing you, sometimes it's like the nasty images went away because I've been kind of filtering, blocking people and stuff. And like, so yeah, I'm going through them for some reason this day. I'm like scrolling through the Twitter feed, which I never look at because it's usually all crap. Like refollow, follow, or, you know, unfortunately. So I'm working on getting rid of that and keeping more up to date. But I'm throwing through, and all it is just fucking gay sex. Just, I swear. It was just a bunch of guys, like 2 guys fucking, or like 2 guys making out. So I'm like, what is it? It just out of nowhere.
What, like pictures?
Yeah, just like pictures, like, and then just
Jesus.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like sitting there, not really paying attention, just like clicking on the thing to like block them or unfollow that.
Yeah.
And like, I do that. I like click, so like picture got bigger to unfollow or whatever. So I'm doing that. And they're just fucking gay sex. And I like quickly, I'm like, you know, I can't do this right now. So I quickly, like, you know how you can double tap the middle?
Yeah.
And it like, so I slide up, shut my phone off, and kind of just look over. And, like, my doctor's, like, already out the door and, like, closing it slowly. Like, looking at me like, oh, hi. Like, you know what I mean? So she's already out. So she had a clear view of it. I don't know at what point she came out, but I was like, you know, I'm flipping through and I'm, like, freaking out on my phone. And I look over and I see her already out the door. Didn't hear her coming at all. So there's a possibility she saw me. For some reason, looking at pictures of gay sex on my phone.
Right before you go in to see her.
Right before, so luckily nothing.
Your heartbeat's a little fast.
Yeah. Wow, you don't have high blood pressure? Well, no, in one area.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was super terrible. There's a possibility she saw me looking at gay sex pics.
Nice.
By accident. Yeah, it was very worrisome the whole time I was in there, stressing out. Like, Jesus, did she say it? And then there was another time I was in there. It was just me and a little girl.
Should have just stood up and, you see this?
Look at this on my phone.
You end up getting arrested.
Yeah, I was in there one time, and there's nothing worse than, like, being in the room where you're forced to, like, there's a little girl in the room, probably like 3 or 4, maybe 5, 7. I'm bad at judging.
Yeah.
You know, old enough to talk, old enough to be creepy. Like just staring at you while you're trying to mind your own business. Not me being creepy, her, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there, mind my own business, like trying to, like, you know, I'm trying to be on my phone, so I'm just like sitting there looking away. And I could tell, like, every time I looked away, she would just be staring at me. So I'd, like, look at her, and she'd be like, and then, like, you know, like, see me look, and then be like, oh, gee, hey. And then, like, of course, she has to do my mom and brother are in there. It's like, oh, cool. You know, what do you say to that shit? It was super weird, man. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. And then she's like, can't sit on the chair right. So she's like sitting on it backwards and like staring at me. And then like she'll turn around. That was the worst. Kids. Ugh.
Speaking of which, try not to look at your phone. With the whole not keeping my phone in my pocket, I forget it. Or like it's not near me now. So like I'll miss calls, miss text messages like for a while. And even though it sucks and I'm a dick to everybody else that's trying to get a hold of me, I love it. I love not having my phone on me.
Yeah?
I love not being able to like being disconnected.
Yeah, buddy.
You know?
You don't feel the urge when you are near it to like
I mean I
keep up with stuff?
No, I mean I've never felt the need to
That's true.
do anything like social media, but I mean, honestly, because I used to I hate talking on the phone and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So like a lot of times I'd be like, fuck, I hate the phone. And I'd always throw it, but now like
I hate the phone. Boosh.
So now like leaving it somewhere, it's just great. I mean, if it's something important, I feel bad if I miss it, but otherwise it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like I told you, I've been playing that game lately, so
Yeah, I was keep you on it, but
yeah,
not much.
but I
don't know.
It's nice to get away, like just like leave it.
Yeah, I used to, because now with work, because I work in a government facility, like I can't have my phone on me.
Yeah.
And like at first it would annoy me because that was when we were first like started, and I was doing like Twitter a lot with this, trying to blow that up. So I was like, but now, yeah, I've kind of learned to, almost like yourself, kind of, I love it. I'll go days and be like, oh shit, I haven't checked my Facebook. You know, I'll be like, oh,
Facebook
crap.
and Twitter both. It'd be like 3 days. Oh shit, I should check that.
Because I don't have it all day, only on breaks. But even like I notice sometimes I'll go break, lunch, break, and be like, oh shit, I haven't even looked at my phone.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So if you notice a severe decrease in the Geep Gam Twitter page, it's because neither of us give a fuck.
No, unfortunately.
But we do appreciate you tweeting.
When I think of it, I throw stuff up there, but
yeah,
I mean, I'm the worst at that.
But it's just nice, man, because you're not thinking about it. Nothing matters on there anyways.
No.
Who cares? I got a fucking email from Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
15% off.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't really get those, but yeah. Or who cares? I haven't been on Facebook all day. Didn't miss nothing.
No.
And nobody's talking to me, that's for sure.
No.
Fuck. Sorry. I apologize for that. Nobody's talking to me anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't have any friends. Oh, yeah.
I mean, social media.
Yeah, in general.
Do you really have friends on there? I mean,
dude, honestly, at least every month, I think I go in there and delete more and more people on my Facebook. So if we're not friends anymore, I'm seriously, I'm down to the bare minimum, man. Pretty much, if I haven't talked to them in like the past year, they're gone.
If I did that though, I'd probably have like 4 people on my Facebook.
Nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I'm glad you have friends, because when you post stuff about the show, people actually see it, other than like my brother and like the Gardners.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, I don't think anybody that I'm friends with really cares or pays attention, but
yeah, it's like once you get rid of the high school people, which I did a long time ago.
That's all I think is on mine.
Yeah,
it's like
I don't give a fuck.
It's like we never even talked in the first place.
Exactly. They're collectors. That's what they are. Friend collectors. Worst type of people.
Hey man, I gotta get that 666 on my friends, and then I'll stop.
Yeah. I don't know. Facebook is, like I said, bare minimum. I honestly only use it to keep up with bands, breweries, and like some like art people. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's just so I could see if new stuff's coming out or whatever. Yeah. I honestly don't care what anybody posts, because I'm not looking at it.
Yeah.
Just right by it. But
yeah, I follow a bunch of woodworking guys.
Yeah.
And a couple of Luthery deals, but as far as like people I know,
Oh well.
Yeah.
We're doing it right, bud.
Yep.
Doing it right. And if you are looking for the Geep Gam podcast, you can go to our Facebook and follow us. Give us a thumbs up, a like.
I mean, hey, if people are talking, we'll respond. But we don't go on there looking.
No, I mean, I'm super active with the Geep Gam Facebook. I mean, and I definitely use my own personal one to keep up with other shows I like. New episodes and stuff, which you can do the same with us.
Yeah.
Just search Geep Gam. You can find us there.
Yeah.
Same with at Twitter. You can hit us up, either hashtag Geep Gam, or you can just hit us at GeepandGamPodcast, or just at Geep Gam.
Check out our website.
Check out our website. GeepandGam.com. You can stay up to date with all our shows, bios, all that stuff's up there. Nothing really. It's a good way to stay in touch. Follow our RSS feed and all that stuff. And yeah, we're on Wicked Radio. And if you have any questions or comments, we'd absolutely love to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
We really would. We'd love to know if somebody's actually out there listening to this thing other than the people we know.
Yeah, who was craving and scratching for that episode that didn't get last week?
Yeah. So yeah, hit us up, GeepandGamPodcast at gmail.com. And yeah, iTunes, Stitcher, all that good stuff. Give us a review. We'd appreciate it. And we'll definitely give you a shout out on the next show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I got any other shout outs. Shout out to... Always a shout out to Hot. Do a lot for us there. And of all trades. And Fake Ass Radio Show. They recently checked us out. Guys over there.
Nice.
And the Fear Agenda there. The FYFC podcast group there. We got a new promo, so stay tuned for our promos there from other shows we love.
Nice.
After the show. And yeah. They're playing ours. Play theirs. Because we're awesome.
Cool.
So,
Hey.
Jesus. So what do you think? You want to call it a day? Call it a tight hour and a half? Fade this fat bitch in?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me open it up. So, yeah, I mean, what?
I hope everybody enjoys my nose whistles.
The nose whistle. That's the worst.
Oh, man, I'm falling apart.
So what do you think? Should I play some saliva to...
Hey, man, you know what? I've been listening to my old iPod, the old
Nice.
the old wheel guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All the old music that I don't have anymore. Pretty good.
It's pretty good, man. There's nothing like going back for a little nostalgia.
Yep. Did a whole lot. I mean, I was listening on the way here, and did a whole lot of.
Every time a good one came out.
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, turn it up.
The cow.
I've been going back myself. A little Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
A little Il Nino.
Yeah.
What else?
Papa Roach.
Papa Roach.
That's
been
what,
hitting that up.
That's what I kept getting today.
Oh, yeah. That's a good album. Infest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't beat that.
It's probably their only good album. Let's be honest.
Well, they talk about Keenan and Kel, so
Keenan and Kel.
find that nugget.
Find that nugget. I wonder if anybody can find that nugget. You know what? I'm going to challenge the listener right
I'd
here.
love to hear if somebody could find that, because I'm the only person I ever knew of before I told you about it.
Oh, yeah. So it's a little homework for the listener and a little challenge. And I'll tell you what. If you can find it,
We'll send you something.
we'll send you something.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll send you something Geep Gam related.
Yeah.
Something of ours.
Yeah.
If you can find the Keenan and Kel reference in the Infest album,
We'll send you something.
Send you something. Just hit us up on Twitter if you find it. The name of the song and the
time.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll send you something.
Yep. Free of charge.
Free of charge. So what else have I been listening to that's old?
Your mother.
My mom.
Don't play this for her. She's gonna kill me.
The Saliva. But they only got a couple songs. Same with like Seven Dust.
Yeah.
Mudvayne. I'm going back to Mud. Dude, do you know how fucking advanced and like ahead of their time, like even LD50 was?
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, I obviously grew up listening to Dig over and over again, but once you get into like their other shit, man, it's
Yeah. The rest of the album.
dude, the bass, like their bass player was amazing, dude. The slapping and stuff he did on that album.
Yeah.
And the End of All Things to Come is probably my favorite, though. I love it. The second one.
Oh. I don't know if I really listen to that one as much.
Oh, my God. That album in its entirety, man. So good. So good. All right.
Yeah. Man, I can't think of the old songs now.
Which one?
Oh, for me, Incubus.
Yeah.
I used to like Incubus.
See, I wasn't into that pussy shit.
Yeah, I had that side to me, I guess.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. No, I probably would. No.
Heard a couple Pinback songs today too. Not
See,
quite
that was more you guys.
Yeah, that was more of that stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? It brings back memories. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Let us know any of your favorite bands.
Yeah. And if I should what?
I recently made the greatest decision of my life,
Yeah.
and that's following Mushroomhead on Facebook.
Oh, Jesus.
They sell their masks after every
really?
tour, dude.
Oh, the ones that they wore?
Yeah.
That's pretty gross.
But they're like $400 or $600.
Yeah.
But because they get a new set of masks for every tour or like every season or something.
That's pretty
They're
gross.
fucking sick though. They're sick masks and you can wear them. Oh.
Nice. After they've been breathing and sweating in them.
I did find some pretty sweet Mushroomhead decals. I might have to go on the car.
Like that Dodge truck I sent you.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's be honest. They only had one good album. I'll say it.
Yeah.
But that one good album makes them one of my favorite bands of all time.
I haven't heard it lately.
Oh, dude, the new stuff is trash.
I bet. Not like Limp Bizkit bringing it back.
Oh, Golden Cobra. It's fucking art.
Yeah.
Add an F to that.
Primo.
All right, fade this fat fucker in.
Spell it out for me.
We're dragging it on now.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again if you're still listening. We appreciate it. Sorry the show was a drab. It might have been. I don't know. Could be the worst show we've ever done. I don't even know. Mutter. That's what the show was all about.
Mutter butter.
I felt strong coming back in, but I think we talked too much pre-show.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. It was all depressing pre-show.
Yeah, it was.
You guys need to shut up.